Very much.
And we're on. We're going to take it to our ring announcer, Rick, making his first appearance here in the C4W arena.
Very first appearance for Rick Rendezvous. What do you want? What does Luke want?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to watch some wrestling?
Picasso's ready.
I can't hear you. That's much better. Now, before we begin, I do have one announcement to make. C4W, in partnership with Carmike Cinemas, is going to be giving away a poster a little bit later on in the show.
A poster.
Bound for Glory TNA Impact pay-per-view to one lucky fan in the audience tonight.
Hey. Picasso want that.
You can do better than that. Come on. Now, coming up tonight, before we begin the main event, we do have an exhibition match, or two, back two.
Or two.
Sponsored by C4W and the AIWF School of Wrestling, which holds its classes right here from 5 to 8, Monday through Friday. Classes are $75 a month, and we encourage any of you to come out and join in, become part of this event with us.
Explosive wrestling. It's very explosive. Unlike Rick Roundhouse here, the announcer.
So coming up tonight, we're going to have...
I believe that's Rick Rendezvous, Picasso.
Rick Rendezvous, yes. That's what Picasso say. What Picasso say?
That belt. Make noise, I'm going to keep talking. Come on.
Please make some noise, for God's sake.
For this exhibition match from the AIWF School of Wrestling, our first comeback. Reckless Youth.
Reckless Youth. Is that what he said?
That is, there you see, Reckless Youth, our extremely popular exhibition wrestler. Firing up the crowd in usual fashion is Reckless Youth. Very exciting young performer here for the C4W.
He has a very elaborate outfit for an exhibition wrestler. He looked very professional. Oh, look at this. He's ready to go, T.A.
Reckless Youth was born ready.
Against Reckless Youth. Hailing from the other side of the border, it's El Fantastico!
Who is this? El Fantastico.
El Fantastico, perhaps a relative of yours, Pablo Picasso.
Well, you'll never know. He could be one of Picasso's cousins. He's stolen the camera from the fan. El Fantastico. Ready to go. These young men have big dreams of becoming great wrestlers, T.A. And tonight they're going to show us all what they got. Here we go, El Fantastico against the Reckless Youth. Picasso is very excited to be here. You hear what Picasso say?
Quite an event. Quite an event. Should be a great match between Reckless Youth and Fantastico. Reckless Youth, the nephew of George Lopez.
George Lopez? He's the nephew of George... The George Lopez?
The George Lopez.
I think he is Picasso's cousin, too.
George Lopez.
A George Lopez.
Perhaps a family connection between Picasso and Fantastico.
You're talking about the George Lopez that work at the Pepsi plant. Not the one on the television. There's probably a lot of George Lopez's, if you know, to be honest. Picasso know about half of them. Oh, it's a very good takedown by El Fantastico.
Waistlock takedown.
But a Reckless Youth comes right out of it.
Handshake, nice show of sportsmanship there.
Yeah, sometimes that's a bad idea.
Reckless Youth firing this crowd up.
see that. Okay.
Now Reckless Youth taking over with a headlock. And a shoulder block takedown.
Down goes Reckless Youth. Oh!
Big clothesline by Fantastico.
Powerful clotheslines. Oh, and right out of the ring.
Over the top rope, down to the floor goes Reckless Youth.
Maybe the Reckless Youth got a little more than he bargained for. Oh, here comes Fantastico and a big switch.
Reckless Youth gonna fly.
Oh, a suicide dive by the young man. Unbelievable. He needs to capitalize on this right now. 4, 5. There you go.
Back into the ring.
Go and get him.
Reckless Youth going for the pin. And a 2 count.
El Fantastico showing some great reserve there. He's not finished yet. He's got something to prove tonight in this exhibition match. Oh. He's got to chop him harder than that, T.A.
Laying in the chops, Reckless Youth whipped into the corner and a big splash by Fantastico.
Fantastico recovering from the chops and giving chops of his own.
A reverse of an Irish whip. Here comes Reckless Youth, and he takes a boot but catches both feet.
Oh. He just caught the tail end of that one and goes down again. Unbelievable. Now the crowd getting behind it. I do not believe they like El Fantastico very much.
Reckless Youth, certainly a fan favorite over time here in the C4W for moves just like that.
Oh, and he missed.
Looked like he went for a high cross body with a springboard and missed. Back elbow by Fantastico.
Come on, Rat.
And a kick out by the Reckless Youth. Getting the shoulder up at 2.
Very resilient.
Fantastico.
Showing a lot
Asking
of.
for the crowd support.
He tells us this is the finish. This is it.
And a reverse DDT.
What a surprise. Okay, he needs to capitalize on this and finish him while he's got him down. The Reckless Youth off the ropes. Okay.
Into a lion salt for the win for Reckless Youth. Chalk up another one. This fantastic rookie
Coming on strong here in the C4W for the explosive wrestling. And El Fantastico, his overconfidence hurt him there, T.A.
thought he may have had victory. A little bit premature.
Here we go. What are we going to see here? Some sportsmanship, maybe?
Nicely done. A nice show of sportsmanship between our two young mass wrestlers.
Well, Picasso, it was very good. Picasso would like to see a little more aggression, a little more emotion from these men, but it will come in time. Very impressive otherwise. You hear what Picasso say? Very good. Now here is Rick Ricardo again. He is going to tell us something very important, so we have to listen.
Looming largely over the ring.
For our first exhibition match of the evening, introduce our students of the wrestling school. We're going to go ahead and start off our second exhibition match.
There is another exhibition match? Oh, good, you're in for a treat.
but gentlemen, so I would place all my bets on the Gambler!
The Gambler.
The Gambler, Anthony Alexander, making his entrance to the C4W Arena to resounding boos. Signature taunt to the crowd by the Gambler.
And tonight, wrestling against the Gambler, it's natural selection, Mason Myles.
Myles firing up this crowd as usual. The natural selection, Mason Myles.
Picasso has heard very much about this young man. Very, very good things about him.
Gambler Alexander and Mason Myles have been locked in a feud here in the C4W Exhibition Division for months. They look to kick this one off.
It's the kind of thing that will carry over to their professional careers. Maybe they may feud for years to come. You never know if they cannot get it resolved now.
Anything is possible. These two at one time were former tag team partners, have been feuding ever since. And they lock up center ring.
The Gambler is very much bigger than the Mason Myles.
Very difficult to overcome that size difference.
Oh, that looked like that hurt.
Kicks to the legs by Mason Myles, firing away with some punches and an Irish whip.
He's very quick.
Held onto, the ropes held onto by the Gambler. Reverses that Irish whip. And a front slam. Front salto slam used by the Gambler. Nicely done.
Mason Myles is getting slammed very many times here. As quick as he is, the one big slam going to take him out. By the Gambler.
Very difficult to overcome that size advantage. Mason Myles, between Mason Myles and the Gambler. We've seen in Mason Myles overcome it many times here.
Oh no, what's he going to do? Oh. Well, the crowd does not like the Gambler. But he is doing very well.
Head face first into the turnbuckle goes Mason Myles, bearing the brunt of another splash by the Gambler.
He's working Mason over. Maybe he is tired of the feud and wants to end it tonight.
Once again, that big splash in the corner.
Mason is in trouble, T.A.
Point of the knee on the back of the neck, choking him over that second rope.
You see, that's the aggression Picasso was talking about from the other match. This is what these guys need to do. To establish themselves and let everyone know they belong in this business. Picasso liked the Gambler already. Look at Mason Myles. He cannot even stand.
Finally getting out of the way of that big splash in the corner. And a high cross body off of the second rope for two. Mason Myles almost pulled off the upset with that maneuver right there. Cut off at 4 punches as opposed to the 10 he asked for. Finishing the job. Only got to 8 there. Oh! And a big clothesline.
You see, how many times can Mason Myles come back from something like this? They get a jolt of energy, but it only lasts so long. And down he go again. Right in the center of the ring, right on the C4W logo.
Body slam. And a cocky pin.
The Gambler getting ahead of himself.
Perhaps he'd want to hook the leg on that one, Picasso. I don't know what you think.
It's the youth and the inexperience. He is very tough, but...
big leg drop.
He's still got a lot to learn. He keep allowing Mason Myles to come back. This is his mistake.
Roll through. Planted him face first. For 2. Devastating looking maneuver by Mason Myles.
Well, this is very smart on the Gambler's part. We're getting a breather. Get out of there. There you go. Very strategic. Picasso like to see this. Picasso feel that one up here. Jeez.
All the way from our broadcast booth, felt by my partner, Picasso the Great. A drop kick by Mason Myles.
Well, if you've been chopped like that as many times as Picasso has been chopped, you know what it feels like. You'll never get used to it, okay? Never get used to it.
Mason having the crowd behind him as he drops the elbow onto the Gambler.
A big right hand on the outside.
Head into the apron, face first goes Mason Myles. The Gambler going in for a cover. Referee a little bit out of position. Just a 2 count.
Well, that kind of goes without saying. But the Gambler, I think the Gambler, he's got the Mason Myles number.
Might be feeling a little frustration. Looks like he wanted a pin there. Up for a Samoan drop position.
There you go.
Down hard with the Samoan drop.
Finish him, Gambler. Now, how he kick out from this? There is no way.
Lackadaisical cover by the Gambler Alexander. Didn't hook the leg. Didn't have that one in tightly enough. Mason Myles able to sneak out the back door. A running leg lariat into a leg drop for 2. Thought Mason Myles might have had him with that one.
But every time Mason Myles has a burst of energy like this, the Gambler knows a way to cut him off.
Mason Myles climbing the top rope. And a swanton bomb by Mason Myles.
Oh, no.
And the Gambler able to kick out at 2. Unbelievable.
This Gambler is going to be a superstar here in the C4W. Picasso can see it. Picasso cannot see the future, but got a good feeling, you know, T.A.?
I know exactly what you mean. Bright-looking futures for both of these wrestlers.
Another big slam by the Gambler. It's not enough. Now, what the Gambler has to do now is not get frustrated. Whatever he do not get too frustrated and lose your game plan.
Firing away with knees on the corner to Mason Myles. Gambler looks to be in control. A butterfly suplex.
That was pretty and ugly at the same time. You hear what Picasso say? Pin him, Gambler.
And a kick out at 2 again by Mason Myles. He continues, this resilient youngster continues to fight. Valiantly battling. Flows through a body slam into a crossface. A crossface submission applied here.
What's the Gambler going to do? He's close to the ropes. Are you sure this is an exhibition match or not the main event? What are we watching here, T.A.?
He's got the rope.
He's got the rope. He's got to release it.
Mason Myles reluctant to let go. off the ropes, and a big forearm smash, and another big forearm smash, and a third boot to the stomach by the gambler.
These men refusing to go down, no matter what. They do not want to succeed
Looks
to each
like
other.
he's going for a pump handle
right
into
across
a backbreaker. I believe that's called the double down by the gambler.
Well, it did not work. He needs to do a triple down or something.
He's setting him up, getting him in position. And he hits the aces high.
How much more of this can Mason take? What? What happened? It was a 2 count, but the bell rang. Rick Rochester has rung the bell.
I believe that is due to a... Well, we'll take it from Rick himself.
Time has expired for the match. It's a draw.
A time limit draw.
Unbelievable.
Time saving a victory for Mason Myles, or a loss rather, and keeping the gambler out of a sure victory. I don't think there was any way that Mason Myles was going to kick out from the aces high delivered by the gambler.
We will never know. We'll never know, will we?
Does he have a pair of handcuffs, Picasso?
He's handcuffing Mason to the
He's
ring.
handcuffing him to the ropes. This is an unprecedented move in C4W.
Here comes Reckless Youth.
Here comes 2 of our young luchadors, 2 exhibition wrestlers. We saw earlier Reckless Youth and Fantastico coming out to make the save for Mason Myles.
That's a very good thing, too. There's no telling how much damage the gambler was going to do. It seems like the gambler is tired of this feud and wanted to end it tonight, TA.
He certainly did. He tried his best, but a 10-minute draw nonetheless. Very exciting action from our exhibition division.
Very exciting. Picasso is very exciting.
And a nice show of sportsmanship between Reckless Youth Fantastico and the natural selection Mason Myles.
That's right. They saved Mason from a career-ending injury before his career even started.